Alright, assalamu alaikum. So we're going to talk about majhool, this whole passive doer thing. What does that actually mean? This was a concept that took me a long time to actually get, because I didn't understand it. I think if it was taught through the English medium, it would have made a lot more sense to me, but rather we just hopped in and started using terms like majhool and passive and active, and I was like, what the heck is going on? So let's just take a step back and just understand what the concept itself is. So, you got a friend named Muhammad. He has anger management problems. He gets really pissed off one day by a guy named Zaid. And what does he do? He hits Zaid, right? Gives him a good punch right to the arm. So Muhammad hit Zaid. In this scenario, we know who the doer is, right? It's Muhammad. He's the one doing the action of hitting. And we know who the receiver is. It's Zaid. He took the hit right to the arm, right? So what if I saw that? And Muhammad's my really close friend. We grew up together, and I don't want to get him in trouble. So I go to the teacher, and I want to just say Zaid was hit. Zaid was hit, and I want to completely mask Muhammad, right? So in this case, Zaid was hit. An action was still performed to Zaid, but we don't know who the doer was, right? We want to keep them unknown. So we want to say Zaid was hit. To do this in Arabic, what you have to do is you have to take the verb and put it on the pattern of fu'ila, right? Fu'ila. When you do that, it masks the doer, right? You no longer require doer. And the maf'ul, the thing that takes the hit, actually goes into a state of rafa, and it becomes known as your na'ib fa'il, right? And your original doer gets booted out. So let's take a look at this in reality. So, daraba Muhammadun, it's going to be Muhammadun because he's our doer, right? He's the one giving the hit. It has to be in a state of rafa. And then the one receiving the action has to be in a state of nasb. Whoops, there we go. Nasb, which will be our maf'ul. So we have our fi'l, fa'il, and maf'ul, right? So to turn it into a passive sentence, right? To make like the doer passive, there's 3 steps that we got to do. First, take the verb and put it into the passive form. Verb equals passive form. Then we have to get rid of the doer because we don't need him anymore. Passive forms don't require a doer, right? Because you're hiding them. If you said them, then everything would become confusing, right? It would defeat the purpose of having the doer unknown. So we boot out the doer. We're going to boot out Muhammad, kick him out of the picture. Then you take the maf'ul and you turn it into a state of rafa. And it becomes known as your na'ib fa'il, right? It's known as a replacement fa'il. So what's that going to look like? Duriba. So we don't need Muhammad. He's been removed from the picture, right? And then we just take Zaid and put him into a state of nasb. Into a state of rafa. Duriba Zaidun. And that would translate to Zaid was hit, right? This would be your fi'il, and this would be your na'ib fa'il. I hope that was clear. This concept sometimes takes a little bit of time to click, especially when you move into the present tense, but I hope that was clear. Alright, jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.